Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. The NFL is always buzzing with rumors, trades, and debates, but this latest chatter has Browns fans on edge. Everyone is asking, just how many quarterbacks in this league are truly worth a trade package as massive as the one Cleveland handed out for Deshaun Watson? I mean, we're talking about a deal that involved multiple first-round picks, a move that sent shockwaves through the league when it happened. And now, with the Dolphins reportedly offering 4 first-round picks to the Bengals for Joe Burrow, it raises the stakes even higher. It makes you wonder, who's really worth that kind of investment in today's NFL? Let's step back for a moment and look at what this all means for the Browns. Cleveland's front office made a bold statement by acquiring Watson, a quarterback with elite talent and a high ceiling, but also a lot of questions surrounding his past. That trade was a clear signal. They're all in on trying to contend for a Super Bowl soon, not just build for the future. But the question lingers, how many quarterbacks in the league are actually worth that kind of haul? And if Cleveland were to consider making another blockbuster move, how many players would be on that short list? Now, the recent news about the Dolphins' offer for Joe Burrow really stirs the pot. 4 first-round picks, imagine that. That's a team willing to give up a significant chunk of their future for a franchise quarterback they believe can lead them to championships. But here's the kicker. The Bengals, much like the Browns with Watson, declined to even entertain discussions about trading Burrow. That's how highly they value their QB1. It's a clear sign that some franchises see their quarterbacks as priceless, untouchable assets. So for Browns fans, it's natural to start weighing these ideas. If Cleveland were to make a similar move, say offering 4 first-round picks, how many quarterbacks in the league would genuinely be worth that? Is it just the top-tier guys like Mahomes or Allen? Or could it include a few others? Honestly, the list isn't long. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and maybe Jalen Hurts come to mind. But even then, it's a huge gamble. These kinds of deals are rare and risky, and Cleveland's front office knows that. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Browns aren't just looking at trading for a star quarterback. They're building a team around Deshaun Watson, with the hope that he can elevate the roster and lead them deep into the postseason. Cleveland's roster has been improving steadily, with solid additions on defense and offensive line, but the quarterback remains the ultimate piece of the puzzle. The team's future hinges on Watson's performance, health, and ability to gel with the new coaching staff. Looking at the current season, Watson has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been an issue. That's often what separates the good from the great, being able to perform at a high level week in and week out. Browns fans are hoping that Watson will hit his stride, especially with a new offensive coordinator who's more focused on a balanced attack. The goal is clear: get Watson comfortable, unlock his full potential, and turn Cleveland into a true contender. But the reality is that Cleveland is still in a phase of strategic patience. They're weighing every move carefully, knowing that a quarterback of Watson's caliber doesn't come easy or cheap. Cleveland fans have seen the ups and downs of the QB position over the years, some promising moments, but never quite the consistency needed to truly contend year after year. That's why the Browns are willing to make bold moves, but also cautious ones. They want to avoid making a mistake that could set the franchise back for years. Back to the NFL rumors. What if Cleveland, in a bold move, decided to go all in again? Could they be tempted to offer multiple first-round picks for a quarterback they believe is a true franchise guy? The answer depends on how they see Watson's future and the talent available in the draft or free agency. Right now, the Browns are focused on developing Watson, but you can't ignore the league chatter. Every NFL team is always exploring options, and Cleveland is no different. They're watching the landscape closely, especially as the season progresses and more data on Watson's performance becomes available. Another interesting aspect is how this all impacts Cleveland's draft strategy. If they're serious about building around Watson, they might prioritize offensive line upgrades or weaponry in the upcoming draft, rather than focusing solely on quarterback prospects. But if Watson struggles or gets injured again, the front office could be forced into a different approach, perhaps looking at the draft for a future replacement or a developmental QB. That's where the Browns' scouting department will be working overtime, evaluating potential prospects from college to prepare for all possibilities. And let's not forget about the fans. Cleveland's faithful are eager to see their team finally break through, to see Watson become the leader they envisioned when he was acquired. The pressure is mounting, but so is the hope. Every game, every drive brings us closer to understanding whether Cleveland is on the verge of a new era of success, or if they'll need to keep searching for that elusive franchise quarterback. The NFL is a league of small margins, and the Browns are right in the thick of it. Now, considering all these factors, it's clear that the Browns are in a unique position. They've shown their willingness to make big moves, but they also understand the risks involved. The league's landscape is shifting, with teams like Miami willing to pay a hefty price for a proven star like Burrow and Cleveland watching closely. The question remains, who's really worth that kind of investment? For Browns fans, it's a question that fuels hope and anxiety alike. Will Cleveland pull the trigger on another blockbuster? Or will they trust their current roster and develop Watson further? Only time will tell. And let's be honest, the excitement isn't just about immediate success. It's about building a team that can sustain greatness, that can compete year after year, and that can finally bring a Lombardi trophy back to Cleveland. That's the dream, and every move, every trade, every draft pick is a step toward that goal. As the season unfolds, fans will be watching every game, analyzing every play, and dreaming of the day when Cleveland finally joins the league's elite. So Browns fans, keep your heads up. The league is always full of surprises, and Cleveland is right in the thick of it. Whether they decide to go all in on another quarterback or continue to build around Watson, one thing is certain. This team has the passion, the talent, and the drive to make a deep playoff run. It's an exciting time, and we're all here for it. Let's stay tuned, stay hopeful, and keep supporting our Browns every step of the way. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these rumors and possibilities? Do you think Cleveland should make a bold move again, or should they stick with what they have and develop Watson? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Let's keep the passion alive, Browns Nation.